All right, welcome everybody. It's the Rundown, July 19th, presented by New Amsterdam Vodka. New Amsterdam Vodka was born from an uncompromising passion for great vodka. This commitment to excellence enabled the New Amsterdam to produce a vodka of superb taste and unparalleled smoothness. New Amsterdam is a premium 80-proof vodka made from some of the finest quality grains from America's heartland. It's 5 times distilled for unparalleled smoothness and filtered 3 times for a clean, crisp finish. New Amsterdam vodka is slightly sweet on the palate, smooth enough to drink on the rocks, and mixes well with juice, soda, or make a classic New Amsterdam mule. Lowering the bar, we film it at the New Amsterdam Vodka Bar every week, and it is delicious. I love New Amsterdam. Thank you very much, New Amsterdam. First topic, home run derby was last night. Soto wins, but I think the story was Acuna and Pete Alonso kind of going at it. Acuna was on his phone whenever Alonso was up, and everyone was kind of giving him shit for that, but Alonso was being a hardo, lifting weights in the weight room before the home run derby started. I think Mets-Braves is the best rivalry in baseball. Is it the best rivalry in sports right now? Right now. Not Yankees-Red Sox is the best rivalry by far, but it hasn't been shit for a little while. But right now, is it the Mets-Braves?
This season, I think that's fair.
Season?
I think this season that's fair. Mets 2.5. Mets got a 2.5 game lead, I believe, on the Braves right now. I think it's going to be a battle to the finish in the NL East, and the Mets doing it without their having DeGrom and Scherzer have been hurt a bunch.
Billy, how many of those players last night you think are on steroids?
Oh,
Honestly, I don't think any of them are.
Really?
I think those days are over.
Really? You think so, Mintzy? You think the steroid days are over? You think?
well, judging by the scores, I mean, baseball games have gotten a lot lower scoring, and the home run numbers are a little
They're just juicing the balls
Juicing
now.
the balls. Yeah, the balls aren't
No.
juiced anymore.
I respect Alonso's antics this game. He's a 2-time winner, and he was just having fun. Like,
Yeah.
he'd been there before.
All business.
You know, he was just doing funny shit. I think he was clowning around and not taking it too seriously. I think there is, amongst players who have competed in the home run derby, I think there is the idea that it might ruin your swing.
Yeah.
Like Judge had a downturn. I'd love to see what happens to Soto's hits afterwards if his batting average goes down, because I mean, swinging that many times, only going for the fences is definitely going to just have a mental impact on your swing. I mean, let's see, so I can see a guy like Alonso not taking it that seriously, being like, I don't want to mess up my swing. We got to beat the Braves in the National League this year. So who knows? I mean, Big Cat's got a Yankees-Mets World Series coming up, and, Alonso's probably thinking about winning the big one. He's won it twice. He doesn't need to win it again.
Well, no, but Alonso actually, until he gets a big contract, he makes more money winning the home run derby than he does with his yearly salary. And so he's super motivated. He makes $1 million who wins the home run derby. I think he makes like $600K a year. And so that's, I think that's a big factor why he cares so much.
But if he has a great season, they go deep into the playoffs, he might get, and he's a huge.
Oh, he's going to get a couple $100 million. Yeah, I get you.
So
Were you guys rooting for Pujols last night?
that was.
Because he upset Schwarber. Pujols is a great representation of baseball. I hate him because he dominated the Braves. I want to say he's probably hit better against the Braves than any other team. But I was not rooting for Pujols. You guys weren't at all?
I mean, it's good to see him there.
I was glad he was there, yeah.
But it was kind of like, man, like him in his prime would have been a lot better. It's like what could have been.
Yeah. You think he should have been on steroids?
I always wonder if he was or not.
He should have. He
Probably
should have
was
juiced
part
up
of that.
before this.
He was
Why
probably
not?
part of that era.
Also wonder how old he is. I've always had a lot of questions about his age.
Is it-
Do you think he's way
you
older?
think he's
Yeah,
lying
well, I
about
mean,
it?
he was like allegedly like 20 or 21 when he started with the Cardinals that year when he went off in 01, I believe.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of questions whether he was 21 or 24.
Wow.
Yeah. He might be a couple of years older than he says he is.
I mean, he's like
Yeah,
one of
get
the,
that.
I think it's possible.
I
But
am
it's
too.
a spectacular career, though.
At most, I'd say it'd be like 3 years, though. Like you can't fake it too much.
Schwarber's pitcher was terrible. The guy who's pitching for him, I think like that was messed up most of his performance.
Don't they pick? Don't they pick?
Yeah, but
Isn't
they
it like their
sometimes-
dad or their
Yeah,
like.
but honestly, sometimes the moment might be too big for the usual batting practice guy.
Oh, I would hate that if I was the pitcher.
Yeah.
Just,
Like,
you're not. Yeah, the lights are way too bright.
I mean, there's a reason why, they're that good at baseball, but only sort of in a practice player type
100%,
facility.
yeah.
Like, the yips might get them.
oh, for sure. I mean, the home run derby's probably the biggest of all the like all-star things.
Definitely. I think
Yeah.
it's definitely bigger. The
mean,
slam dunk thing's kind of fallen.
Yeah, the slam dunk contest isn't done. Yeah. Pro Bowl, no.
Pro Bowl
Yeah.
is barely
No,
even
Pro Bowl
existing anymore.
stinks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
barely. I'm surprised if it's even still going.
What were we talking about? Home run derby? Yeah, Soto won. I'm trying to think. Oh, Colin Cooper caught a Soto home run ball.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he
No big
did?
deal. Got it signed by Soto. Yeah. Section 9 or whatever I get it mixed up.
Starting
Section
9.
10, starting 9. Yeah. But yeah, Colin Cooper. Check that out. Moving on. The ratings for Madden came out. Jersey Jerry's pissed. I know the top 10 wide receivers came out.
I think Jerry's got.
Jerry has, TJ Watt had like a 96 finesse rating, which is tied for the best with the Bosa brothers. So it's not like it's like a slight, but that was only 96 like awareness or finesse.
Bosa was trending earlier because everyone was pissed off about how low their rating was for, I think, pass rush power. But they're not really bull rush guys, so they had 87s, and everyone was like, oh my God, are they an 87 overall? And that's what's been kind of messing people up. Everyone's seeing their other ratings, not their overalls. So, I mean, this seems like a pretty good list.
I disagree. There's an egregious mistake on this list. The fact Jamar Chase is not in the top 10 is a joke. He's top 5 in the NFL right now.
True.
Really?
I mean, that is egregious.
What is Chase's rating compared to the top 10? Who's left off? Jamar Chase.
They got him 87. I don't know. They just maybe weren't watching football the last half of the year, and the 266-yard game against the Chiefs, and then him helping, almost win a Super Bowl.
So,
I mean, let's break that down. Can we pull up Jamar
he's
Chase?
better than every single one of those guys.
Let's look at all of his ratings, because there might be somewhere where you might agree that he's lacking, which earns him the 87.
I mean, he dropped balls in the last preseason. I don't know that that's relevant. Remember there was a story on him last year that he was having trouble adjusting to the NFL ball.
If we go down to his other ratings, it's probably something that you would actually like what, maybe drops. If you look at his targets to drops, like Burrow may have tried to force it to him when he shouldn't have. I think you can find it on the Madden rating website.
I don't know.
But I agree with that top 10 list. I mean,
yeah.
Also remember, it's Matt,
Devontae Adams being number 1.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
He's just going to get the ball a ton.
Well, Derek Carr, they played together at Fresno, so they've got a good chemistry already that I think they can build off of.
Do you think he above Cup? I mean, because
that's apples and oranges. You can't go wrong.
Okay. I don't know if they'll be able to repeat.
It's his yak. His yards after the catch. I don't think that's what's up for par. And in something like Madden, that's huge.
Did you see him run after the catch? He looks like a cheetah in the open field.
I know, but break. So if you scroll up a little, his carrying, trucking.
It can't be his yards after the catch.
His strength, I think that's
there's
what
just
it
no
is.
way.
His toughness is an 88.
It looks like his ball carrying is not very good.
I don't know.
His strength is low.
I mean, I think there is stats to back that up. So.
I think maybe it's just he's a rookie. He was only in his first year, and they're just going off the 1 year of body of work. 'Cause there's no other excuse.
True.
At all.
A 73 strength seems.
He's like
insanely
6'5".
low.
He's like 6'5", 230.
He's
He probably.
I don't know what to tell you.
Strength to size. I mean, he's definitely stronger than all of us.
Right.
But
Yeah.
He's throwing jump balls, and he goes up and gets them.
Middle
nonstop.
linebacker strong.
I don't know. I just think it's egregious. Just my thoughts. Especially for him to be behind Amari Cooper, by the way, who's pretty much like a track athlete playing receiver and is going to play 7 games a season.
We have.
Cooper Kupp being. Yeah, that actually.
I don't have a problem with
He was
that.
number 1 last year.
I mean, the year he had last
and
year.
the year before that, I think.
I think with Tyreek Hill on the Dolphins now, I think that's a huge hit to the Chiefs, because he made Patrick Mahomes so good.
Oh yeah.
He could dump checkdowns to Tyreek Hill and he'd take it all the way. Remember, the end of the Bills game, he just threw a check down and he took it all the way.
You think Tua and Tyreek Hill are going to dominate, and Tyreek Hill's going to be the number 3 wide receiver? I don't know about that.
I think more Patrick
Just 'cause Tua
Mahomes is going to suffer from not having it.
Yeah, I get that.
And Tua may, get bailed out, but I don't think he's got
Tua
it
can't.
close to the
The thing with Mahomes and Tyreek was they could have the scramble plays where the play would break down and they just chunk it 40 yards down the field. Tua doesn't have that ability. push the ball down the field like that. But
Mahomes having Kelsey is huge.
yeah, but now teams are going to just triple team Kelsey, and somebody's going to have to step up.
Yeah.
Do you remember those plays where Mahomes would just chuck it up to Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek Hill would be like 20 yards too far, and then he'd run back 20 yards and catch it, and then the corner was just like, I don't know where the ball is, but it was an underthrown ball. And he just took it.
The fastest man alive.
Those were ways that Patrick Mahomes was almost overrated by having Tyreek on his team.
Now, we're going to find out this year. I think Mahomes is going to regress a little bit too.
Yeah.
I do too.
So we're talking about Kelsey. On the other side, Gronk, his girlfriend was saying on Instagram that he might return. She thinks he might return. Maybe not this season, maybe next season.
I predict he comes back like week 10 this year.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of those things where because Brady only has, you never know how many years he has left, but
The first time he retired, that's kind of what everyone thought. Oh, he'll just come back later on towards the playoffs, make a run with Brady, win another ring, and then retire again.
Also, remember, Camille Kostek, as awesome she is, it's sort of these are the types of quotes that gets her back in the news.
Oh, yeah.
If he's retired for good, are we
She's out of the news.
But hey, anyway, I actually do agree with her. She probably knows how Gronk's feeling. Gronk's probably talking a lot about football because I don't know. What do you think Gronk talks about in his free time when it's not football?
Drinking, partying.
And that probably, now that he's got a girlfriend, it's probably more football. And he's probably going to, I don't think he could play a full season, but coming late in the season, definitely could happen.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, if she wants to get in the news, she can just put on his jersey and look hot. That's what she always does. She just takes a picture in his jersey, and then it goes viral, and everyone's like, oh, look at that. Gronk's banging supermodels.
As long as Brady's playing, I can't cross Gronk out.
Yeah.
I just think it's foolish. He was still great last year. Gronk was really good last year.
Yeah.
You think
he was on my? I think I had him on my fantasy team.
I still think Edelman is somehow going to end up on the Bucs.
That's what I was going to say. Forget Gronk. Is Edelman going to come back?
Or they both come back.
Yeah.
Is there some tampering clause? Imagine if they both just to win another Super Bowl and they sign tiny contracts, just join the Bucs after they clinch the playoffs.
I mean, I think I don't know about after they clinch the playoffs, but I think you can. You can just sign a contract as long as it's before the deadline, whenever.
That's
Edelman's been retired a couple of years too. I don't think that Pat still had him under.
He was here in the office and he was like, "No, my knee is shot."
Yeah.
But in my heart, I feel like he might. Seeing that trio back together would just any football fan would want to see that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean those three, and then even throwing Amendola in there. That's a great four.
It's awesome to talk football again.
I know.
It's been a long time.
No, I'm getting in that mode too, where the football thing. Yeah.
I think I saw it was 8 Sundays until football's back. Now it's closer to 7. We're staying with football. Speaking of hot girlfriends, Emily Ratajkowski is breaking up with her husband, who I don't know what he does. I think he's a DJ. Is that right?
I'm not sure what his profession. I think
he's a
just
nobody.
Some sort of socialite.
He's a nobody, Emily, and you don't need to be with him. You're better off without him. Come to Vibbs. But yeah, they broke up because he was a serial cheater.
Bear
It's
McClard.
gross. He's a dog. He's got that dog in him, boys.
Whoa.
Would you cheat on Emily Ratajkowski?
Now she's
Look at that
blurred
photo.
lines, right? That was her OG thing.
Yes.
Blurred lines. Remember that?
Oh yes.
Whoa. Crazy.
I don't understand, and I guess I'm still running around single here in my late 30s. How ungrateful can you be if you have a woman this beautiful and successful, you still have to run around and cheat? You got to be a real piece of shit to want to cheat on someone you've scored, hit the lotto.
Yeah, brother.
And you're still running around
brother,
who raised this guy?
I hear you. I respect you, but even the hottest pussy in the world eventually gets old.
I mean, there's two types of people. There's people who say you can't have steak every night for dinner, and then there's people who are on the carnivore diet. And this guy is probably one of those guys who can't eat steak every night for dinner.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably not a lot of connection in there.
What does this guy do?
I thought he was a DJ. I don't know.
Bear McClard. That sounds like a supervillain.
Yeah.
Bear McClard.
He's like the
Actor and producer.
What the hell does he
He doesn't have a job. That's
that's
slang for he doesn't have a job. And he's
That's-
just living off Emily Ratajkowski's.
Oh, he's the director of Bottle Papas. Poppaz, Bottle Papas.
What is that?
I'd love maybe
Bottle
you should
Pop.
check that
Oh, that's
out.
probably a group.
Oh, he was on Uncut Gems.
Oh,
Uncut Gems? What was he in Uncut Gems?
A producer.
Oh, fuck off.
He's a
That's
pro-
not a real
well,
thing.
I don't know. Well,
No offense to all the
Scumbag.
producers that are sitting around me right now. You're real producers. This motherfucker is just using it as a title while he's walking around Soho with Emily G. Ratajkowski.
he's probably like one of these dudes who like you can be in the movie if you do stuff with me type guy.
100%.
Yeah.
So apparently they walk around downtown New York all the time, and they're always like out, holding hands and being spotted, trying to be seen.
When does he have time
Not
to
anymore. Yeah, I don't think he has a job. So I think while she's working, he's just out like fucking. You know what I
This
mean?
is why you don't date unemployed dudes or guys who pretend they're employed, because too much time.
Idle hands at the devil's playground.
If you
Boom.
had
True
to,
saying.
Billy, if you had to make up a fake job right now, what would you say you did to a girl? Like, if you're at a bar, you're like, oh,
I would be a air quality inspector,
that's awesome. That is very good. You can never have your air too clean.
just meaning you breathe.
Yeah, and then you could be like, I should probably test the air in your apartment. You never know.
This air's good.
1 out of 8 people just go to bed and don't wake up.
Carbon monoxide everywhere, huh?
Yeah. Get a detector. Whatever camera to look at. Yeah, that dude's scumbag.
This dude, read the story.
Yeah. A 25-year-old pizza delivery man in Lafayette, Indiana, right next to Purdue University, rescued 4 kids from inside a burning fire. I watched this video earlier at my desk. I had tears in my eyes whenever the guy comes out and he's like, I got them all. And he just like collapses to the ground. It's a Domino's pizza delivery guy, and
Damn.
he's a badass.
What a hero.
This guy deserves.
Here
Emily
he comes.
Ratajkowski, find this guy. He won't cheat. He will save you.
Oh my God.
He's a hero.
Damn, dude, what a beast.
Like,
Yeah, so
holy
he
shit.
I think it's Domino's. Might be Donato's. I don't want to disrespect Donato's.
I think it might be a local pizzeria.
But yeah, he was in there forever, no protection, no nothing, and he gets this kid out and he just collapses and he's like, I need oxygen.
Dude.
Oh, it's great.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
What a
yeah.
hero.
And he's from Indiana, which is even more awesome. And hopefully, I don't know what Dave's schedule is, but I mean, if we could find this guy and do a pizza review, that'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah, true.
That'd be
huge.
an epic video,
I mean,
as the kids say, epic.
Man, what a
Running
Yeah,
into-
if you can watch one thing, watch this with the sound. It's pretty fucking awesome.
is there anyone in here with experience running into a burning building that we could have on? Maybe
I don't know if
talk
we
about
have
how
any
courageous
heroes.
this is.
I don't think we have any heroes like that in here, Billy.
Do we?
I don't know. Knowing the backbones we got in here.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think we have any
No, but
firefighters.
I mean, running into a burning building is probably, honestly, props to whoever dude
It's-
does that. Especially, I mean, this guy does it with no
yeah.
equipment.
The best part of the video is you see like the fire department pulling up and they're all in their equipment and they're like, there's a guy in there right now, like no equipment coming in, and they're just like, their mind's blown when they see this guy come out. It's
Yeah.
great. I've said that 8 times, but it's awesome. Watch it. That's it for the
Wow,
rundown.
that thing's on fire.
Yeah, it's like a real.
That's not like, oh, there's a little fire and there's just a ton of smoke. That is
Yeah,
Flames.
it's like a movie fight.
Save
It's a
4
movie. This is a
4
movie.
kids?
He saved 4 kids. Yeah,
holy shit.
little kids too. Like, I mean,
And you can tell
like
whoa.
if he didn't go in there, these kids were done. It's
Holy.
pretty cool. But yeah, Lafayette, Indiana. Anything post rundown?
I got a couple things post
Okay.
rundown. Billy went to his first Dead show the other night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, City Field.
I mean, I went with like the perfect person to go with.
I mean, you got to have a guide, like a.
Yeah.
He ended up like 15 rows back on the floor in front of John Mayer. Like I was up top with
Yeah.
Liam and Bob,
But,
Billy,
yeah.
I saw Billy after, and he looked like you look like you got a big time, my man.
What'd you think of the crowd, the deadheads?
Well, pull in, Mintzy's got the lockdown packed. He knows everybody. I mean,
Dapping people up.
yeah, Mintzy just had the whole scene. You know, it was just so surreal and seeing like all the people around it. And then once you get in there, like, this is gonna sound corny as fuck, but like whenever you go out, there's sort of that sort of edginess, like with strangers.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Who's
And you're
this
just
guy?
like, who,
Yeah.
like,
sizing
this
each other
guy
up?
like what's going on like. But like once you got in that crowd, everyone was so chill.
Oh, it's
and like there was no edge to anybody, and like it wasn't like no one was being sketchy. Everyone was just
Well,
vibing.
Billy, that's because they're on about 500 grams of psilocybin.
Yeah, I mean it was
They're
wild.
vibing, brother.
I mean, I just remember looking up and seeing Bob Weir on the screen and just being like,
He looks like a werewolf, dude.
no, he looks like the Lorax. I was just like,
Yeah,
that's the fucking Lorax. And wild.
Did you see experience the wall of sound?
Yeah, they had it up. They
Yeah.
had it up on the encore and give the.
Seeing deadheads like know the wall of sound is coming up and then like bracing for it is an experience because they're always like, it's fucking coming, man. Like, they're just freaking out.
It's just so weird because like you're lulled into this like you're just being lulled, and then all of a sudden they start playing a certain tune. You're like, wait, oh my god! And then all along the watchtower comes on, and you're just like, whoa! It was wild.
What craziest person you saw there? Like most intense thing you saw, or was it just pretty normal?
Guys were just sucking down those balloons.
Oh.
I have no idea, and they were all like, it was weird. Then they were all just when they were speaking after sucking them down, they're like their voices were changed, and I was like, is his voice weird, or did I accidentally inhale some of this gas by accident?
Yeah. Mintzy,
But-
would you recommend the balloons or not?
We stay away from all that.
I did not want to go near
No.
those.
Staying away from all that, but still enjoyed the show. There were like 60,000 people there, and it's fascinating to me. Like that thing's 56 years in. I mean, you got 85-year-olds partying with Billy football, you know? I mean, just
Yeah.
to be able to cross that many generations and how different we all are now
And
as compared to 50,
Oh, no.
60 years ago is pretty.
I don't think it's all John Mayer. I think it's the parents passing it down, but I think
Yeah.
No, the Mayor thing was good.
bridge.
Mayor brought a lot of young.
I got
Yeah.
mad respect for Mayer. I never before to me he was just like John Mayer, like chicks love him, like
Bodies of Wonderland.
yeah.
Pop.
But after
Pussy.
seeing him do this, I was like, they performed hard for 6 hours,
Oh, it was like 3 years long.
and like that is, and they're athletes. I was just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
me just standing in the crowd, like I'm like dead just listening, but them singing, that was like insane.
Like guitar players, they're like forearms have
Yeah.
to be huge.
But the wildest thing I actually saw was this super old dude in a wheelchair. And he was having his like it was definitely a couple, and his his elderly wife was pushing him around, and he was just vibing in the wheelchair. And I was just like, what? Like these guys are going, this guy's in a wheelchair, and he's going hard on the floor of a Dead concert.
You're never too old to party, Billy. Remember
Yeah.
that.
One other thing in the post show I want to mention too was there was a false active shooter in Vegas on Saturday night. And so what happened was somebody threw a rock and like shattered the glass at MGM Grand in Vegas.
Damn.
But word got out there was a shooter, and
Yeah.
all freaking hell broke loose on the
Yeah,
strip.
yeah.
During the World
Especially
Series
in
of Poker,
Vegas,
people were playing World Series of Poker. People were like getting trampled, getting out. I mean, dude, this thing was nuts, and it wasn't even. It was a false report.
Yeah.
But it was like, man, I
Is
saw.
there video of this? I didn't even.
Yeah, that's all over. A lot of the poker
Wow.
people
I
posted on
kinda
Twitter,
missed
but
this.
I mean, it was.
That's intense.
Yeah, it was very, very crazy.
Well, remember the
Daniel
largest
Negreanu cut his hand or something in it.
the largest shooting in mass shooting in American history
It was that
in
Vegas concert, yeah.
That's what I was
And
saying, yeah,
we
Vegas.
Still know nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Shattered glass, false thing, but like their poker shit, like, and then leave it to the World Series of Poker. You know, people think they're about to die, and they're like, report back to play the $200 deep stack in 30 minutes. Like, come on, man. You can take your rake tomorrow, guys.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like people were like shaking, thinking they're about to die. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tournament must go on, boys.
Wow.
Yeah, this was this was nuts, man.
Yeah.
And it was Saturday night, like I think around midnight, 11 p.m.
Oh my God, they're running up the down escalator.
Oh, dude,
That's got to be so anxiety inducing.
No, it was like,
That's fun. That's fun.
I know, but like when you're actually trying to get out of there.
Yeah. You can't. That's scary.
Yeah, but luckily, false report, everybody okay. But man, it just some of the stuff I saw on Twitter was it was alarming. You know, you always think people are gonna try to be heroes, and no one was concerned about anyone else when the situation went down. That's for sure.
It's not a movie. You can't all be the 24-year-old pizza guy that's pulling
No.
kids out of buildings.
Yeah.
All right, Billy, Mintzy, thank you very much. That's the rundown.
That was dope. Thanks, boys.